a piece
Wait a
of
minute. Wait a minute. Go. Go.
Let's go! Let's go! Home run, let's get it.
Yes.
Get him up out
Yes.
Woke up, home run, in a tip, in it. Let's go, throw your hats on. Look what Picky got it. They double teaming Trey. Give it to Trey. Give it to DeJounte. Pass it over to Bogey. Bogey driving. Give it to Trey. Give it to Trey. Shoot the three. Bang! Let's go, man. Stop playing. He did not put Ritter in.
I'm done. Oh, this mother just put Ritter in? For what? Why would you put Ritter in right now? He know his job is done.
There's nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Oh
Let's
God.
go. Go, Dogs. Go, Dogs. Go, Dogs. Sickle.
Now you gonna make me chump. Now you gonna make me chump.
We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda, what up in here.
Barbecue and mildew time. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Happy Friday to everybody. Hope you guys had a great week. Yeah, we're here on Friday instead of Monday because the Falcons played a Thursday night game. Let's get into the intro, man. My name is Larry, one half of the Dixon Way. My beautiful wife, Sean, is the other half, and we provide you guys with live commentary on all our favorite sports teams. From the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, the Dream, the Bulldogs, even my white Gators. Appreciate you guys coming through. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary content. Let's go. Right now, ain't no commentary except for mine on the state of the Falcons, as this is the Falcon in review. We had the Atlanta Falcons versus the Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. Atlanta Falcons are undefeated versus the Buccaneers in back-to-back seasons on Thursday night as they win in a squeaker 29-28. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Yes, sir. We walked in a trap and we took over their trap. And it's funny because Kirk is back as the quarterback. So yeah, we're about to get into all those things. But you saw the thumbnail. Thanks to the beautiful wife for making that thumbnail. As Raheem Morris was screaming at the camera, call that, because the Falcons had the most penalties in a victory in like over a decade. They had 19 penalties. We were 4 off from the all-time record for penalties in one game. A lot of sloppy football. But hey, a win is a win is a dub. We ain't taking no dubs away from nobody, especially not this team. And Atlanta ATL enthusiasts in the building. What up, family? Appreciate you coming to the Welcome back to the screen. It's a little bit too loud. Gonna calm that down a little bit. As we can go over the stats, Kirk Cousins was a magnificent game, and I want you guys to understand, Kirk Cousins is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers demon. When I say that, is that is when he had his best game as Atlanta Falcon. He has over 1,000 yards in 3 games versus them. Now, one did help when he had 504 yards in one game, but still. In 3-game total, he has over 1,000 yards versus one team. That's damn near impossible. So, this kind of matchup favored Kirk Cousins on the Todd Bowles defense, and how he can get the ball out of his hand. Best game he's had since that 500-yard game in the Falcon uniform. So, and I'll get more to that. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, 30 for 44, great percentage. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and only sacked once. So kudos to the offensive line. Kudos to the offensive line, only giving up 1 sack. Now, mind you, they didn't count the intentional grounding as a sack because he did get an intentional grounding also. But all in all, great game by Kirk Cousins, getting us down the field in the 2-minute drive to kick the game-winning field goal. Shout out to Zane Gonzalez making them field goals. I think we got ourselves a kicker, Falcon fans. I think we got ourselves a legit kicker. All right. James Overton, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Jay Lana, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Yes, sir. Oh, that's right. Jay Lana said that was refreshing to see the team perform last night, despite all those penalties. Well, I mean, we can't overlook the penalties, dog. You feel me? We can't overlook the penalties. That's because we felt a little bit better about that game. Don't mean the penalties didn't happen. Very sloppy play by the Atlanta Falcons, but able to overcome it. Tampa Bay, starting to come back to the pack. Obviously, it was a very disappointing loss for them. Love to see it. Love to see it. We got Mike Evans leaving the field before the kick was even made. After we converted on the 3rd and 28. After we converted on the 3rd and 28, well, it was 3rd down. We got a big chunk of it by Kyle Pitts. And then Seals got that catch to get the 1st down. Mike Evans was gone after we got that 1st down. He was gone. Hitting his helmet up against the wing cam, all that. And they sure thought they won that game. Shout out to Kyle Pitts, Unicorn, a.k.a. the Donkey. The Donkey went off, man. Seemed like he played better when we called him the Donkey, too, for some reason. But yeah, a career game for him, 3 touchdowns. 1 cheek equals 2 feet. I see a lot of Tampa Bay fans freeze framing it when his elbow was out of bounds. But that cheek was down too. That cheek went down before the elbow. So 1 cheek equal 2 feet. Sorry. That's what it was. Can't wait for the cheek to press all the way down. That's when you're seeing the elbow hit when the cheek already pressed all the way down. So, yeah. It was called a touchdown. They couldn't overturn it. There wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. I feel the same way if they would have called it incomplete, it would have been not enough evidence to overturn it. So that's just what it was. Was no fix in, as I've seen Bucs fans saying the fix is in. Also, they said it was fixed because we came up with the football in that scrum after that fumble. No, that was just the offensive lineman going in there and snatching it away from Tampa Bay. That was just grown man business right there. People talking about they didn't even give it an explanation. Yeah, he did. He got up out of the pile and held the ball up. My ball. So, shout out to Newsel. Shout out to Newsel. our center going in there, getting his nose dirty and snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat, because that was defeat right there. That was it. So great job by the offensive lineman sticking his nose in there and getting it done when we absolutely need it. Hold up. What did y'all say? Jalen said, definitely not, wasn't that bad, but I still like the way we perform. I feel like all those penalties was an anomaly. The Falcons aren't usually a penalized driven team like that. Yeah, I understand that, but when you go back and look at those penalties, they were legit. Now, what I will say is that there was some blatant holds by Tampa Bay they did not call. But yeah, the penalties we got, they were all legit. From what I saw, when they replayed them, they were all legit. So it is what it is. But yeah, I had coach screaming in the camera, call that. Saliva all hitting the camera and stuff. Then they had no chewing gum, so you know how that go. But yeah. ATL Enthusiast said we did all that without wide receiver one and quarterback one. Yes. That leads me into my next area. Kirk Cousins had a great game, guys. Excellent game. When the chips are down, this reminded me of the Philadelphia game last season. When we were getting beat the entire game, they came back with a minute left. Kirk orchestrated the drive, his calls, his way, no huddle, get in there, hurry up offense. He got us down the field to get the game-winning field goal. To me, that was all Kirk Cousins. All kudos go to Kirk Cousins on that. Especially going back to Seals, who dropped several passes earlier today. Dropped a clear touchdown. He looking at it. Everybody on the sideline like, yes, yes. And he just had the ball go right through his hands. Like this, bro. Like, whoop. What? So yeah. Good job of redemption for that young man. Still don't know why Kadero Hodge or Chris Blair won't get any balls thrown towards them, but whatever. I feel like Seals has a lot of comfortability with Kirk because he's been running the second team. That's why he's playing, guys, okay? If you want the explanation why Seals is playing over certain people, is because Kirk has obviously got a rapport with this kid in practice, obviously, when Kirk been running the scout team for the majority of the season. I will give credit for that, but I'm not going to forget the game before. I see a lot of people want to use this opportunity to dogpile and crap on Michael Penix right now. I don't think that's fair at all. And we're not just going to act like Kirk Cousins didn't have 3 interceptions the last game. We're not going to act like that. Not here, not on this stream. We ain't acting like that. Mm-mm. We're not going to act like he didn't have a bad game versus the Dolphins, too. The Dolphins. So, again, great game by Kirk Cousins, but I'm not about to crap on Michael Penix just because Kirk Cousins had a good game against Tampa, who I haven't seen have a bad game against Tampa yet. He ain't had a bad game against Tampa yet, so it's like Bryce Young when he sees the Falcons. Bryce Young see the Falcons, he's Steve Young. He see everybody else, he's Bryce Young. So again, context is key. Nothing to take away from him, but I mean that's been his best matchup since he's been a Falcon. Those are the facts. Okay. Christy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. One part of the Ladybirds. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to the stream. Guys, make sure you check out the Ladybirds. All right. Game was fixed on Tampa's turf. Interesting. We didn't feel like that during the game. Hey, look. Exactly, Christy. Like, yeah, people, Tampa Bay fans with all these videos, especially on Twitter, talking about the game was fixed. Blah, blah, blah. How Kirk Cousins. Y'all think that the NFL don't want the new Johnny Manziel, aka Baker Mayfield, in the playoffs? Come on, man. Come on, man. We went out there and won the game. We almost lost it due to our coach going for two. I don't care what analysts say. Analysts say go for it. For what? You kick the extra point, you're down by 7. Now, luckily, it worked out that we, stopped them 2 more times, got the ball back, scored a touchdown, then stopped them again, and went for a field goal to win the game. Does anyone feel like we outcoached them? Or we just the players made the necessary plays to win the game? Do you feel like we outcoached them? And do you feel like the players made the necessary plays? Also, by shooting themselves in the foot all the time, they had to do something to make up for it. Oh, the beautiful Shonda in the house. Guys, make sure you say hello to the beautiful Shonda, one half of the Dixon Way, the beautiful half. Jalen Anderson said, but we won despite that, is what I'm saying. Okay, I got you. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. They only got 4 penalties. Yeah. They only got 4 penalties, whatever. They were holding like a mug. Man. Like, they definitely was holding. I saw plenty of time. JPJ and Jalen Walker was getting jerseys held like this, right in front of the back judge, nothing. I ain't seen no Tampa Bay fan talk about that, though. I mean, jerseys separated, seeing nothing but shoulder pad, no call. That was on that touchdown pass when they went up by 14 in the 4th quarter. No call. Yeah, and for the last time, guys, I don't care about that pick. Would you trade James Pierce Jr. for that pick back? No. There ain't no guarantee that whoever you pick with that pick, wherever it is, you ain't guaranteeing me they're going to be James Pierce Jr., who's on the march to set the all-time record for rookie at 10. He got 8 right now. He's recorded a sack in 6 straight games that has surpassed Michael Parsons, who is the elite premier pass rusher of this current generation, within the last 5 years. So, yeah, I think we got one. Yeah, I ain't worried about that pick. Let's see. We definitely need to draft some wide receivers in the draft. Yes, we got some holes. We got a lot of depth issues also. I think we need a big old space eater at nose tackle. We need somebody who can occupy two people in the A and B gap to keep our linebackers clean. Shout out to Divine Diablo, got a half club. Got the use of his fingers now, but got the club part still across his wrist and his forearm. So it's not a full club anymore. It's like the Batman joint. So you just got the fingers out, but got the armor right there. Boom. Shout out to D Alfred. Matter of fact, man, I feel like that game. I see someone said that Arthur Blank had the dark suit on last night. And then I saw Ian Rappaport say that Arthur Blank is going to assess this team after the game. So Arthur Blank was completely probably thinking we were going to lose. And was possibly going to fire Raheem Morris in Tampa Bay, where his head coaching career started. More food for thought. Bijan Robinson, can't talk about this game without talking Bijan Robinson being a steady force throughout the entire game. Almost 100 yards in rushing and passing. Dominant game by one of the best players in all the NFL. Had 93 yards rushing of 19 carries. Y'all know Tyler Algier only had 2 carries. And that's the thing, guys. We can't pay him starter money if we're only going to use him 2 times, 3 times, maybe 4 times. Just can't do it. I love Tyler Algier, but he just ain't in the cards right now, guys. Not for a re-up. Can't re-up someone like that. Kyle Pitts just had the career game. 11 catches, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bijan had the other touchdown on the ground. So, yeah. And Bijan had 8 catches for 82 yards. Just dominant game by Bijan. All right, we're going to get back up here to the chat. Yeah. All right, T. Terry and Mr. Blank did have yeah. Yep. Drew, what up, Drew? Welcome back to the stream. I see you, fam.
Drew's Fox says, this win was much needed for everyone, players and fans alike. But those penalties. We're lucky Kirk pulled it out on that long 3rd and 4th down to get into FG range. We normally lose the game there.
Yeah, we do. And that's why I said the players pulled that out of the fire more than the coaches. I felt like that was a 2-minute drive led by Kirk. And Kirk led us down there. He ran the plays he thought we could get in good position. He executed well, and we made it. Shout out to Tampa Bay for giving us an extra down and moving us back. Shout out to Tampa Bay for that. Gave us more opportunities at it. Defense won the game. Defense, they were picking on poor Kobe Bryant, but, trial by fire. You got to have it. He had a great hit on Evans. Evans was cooking him, but he had one good hit that kind of made him kind of woozy, and that was probably the end of his night, to be honest, after that hit. So, yeah. But the thing is, man, Kobe been hurt, and then he been on the practice squad, so he really ain't got no reps with the first team. So, yeah, he's thrown in the fire, too. Trial by fire. Brian H. for life. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I see you. Let's go. Let's see.
Brian for life says, this game was won based off the DC calls, Kirk's veteran ability, OL protecting Kirk, Bijan, and Pitts being used the correct way. Not because of Morris. Ha.
Facts. I don't disagree with you at all, man. I don't disagree with you all at all. Not in the slightest.
Droz Fogg says. I also am curious to see if Drake will return before the end of the year. Would really like to see him in the mix with Kirk, although I wouldn't want him to ball out and get hurt for nothing.
Nah, I don't think Drake should play anymore this season, personally. He's way too valuable to be playing useless games. Useless games. What's up, BB? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Voltron Prime back in the building. What up, cuz? I see you. Still fire right here in Lewis. You can't use Pitts right. We did last night. Pitts used to have a good game against Tampa. I had to go back and look, though.
Brian for Life says. I heard Blank was gonna assess the team at the end of the season to see what changes needed to be made.
Yeah. That's the first little thing we've heard coming out. But no official word from Mr. Blank. That's just from Ian Rappaport that I saw that from.
T.D.W says. Dixon Way was up.
What up?
I saw some players for Raheem and some against him. Imo.
Yeah, I saw that too. Offensive line played magnificent. Last night. Only gave up 1 sack to a statue quarterback. So that's great line play with 2 offensive linemen out. Now, they did have a lot of penalties and stalled out a lot of drives. But again, protection-wise, Kirk was protected. T. Terry with a great nugget.
Terry
I was going to mention that.
Says, it's only been 5 teams in NFL history to win a game with 19 penalties.
Yep. So the players overcome all their bad penalties and still come back and win. You know, as a Tampa Bay fan, they got to be frustrated losing a game like that. You only had 4 penalties. Your opponent had 19, and you still lost the game. At the crib. Walk your trap, take over your trap. They blitz with made Pitts wide open all the time. We had a bunch of drag routes from Kyle Pitts today, either switching from left to right. Pitts was active in the middle of the field, and he come all the way across the field. That linebacker couldn't keep up with him. That was barbecue chicken. Great route running by Kyle Pitts. On the 1 touchdown, he stuttered like he was going to catch the screen, and then pew, as soon as that guy came towards him, as soon as that linebacker took like 2 steps forward, he dipped, caught it. 1 cheek equal 2 feet. Sorry, Tampa Bay. 1 cheek was down before the elbow hit down. 1 cheek equals 2 feet. Thought y'all knew that. What up, Winston? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. Make sure you check out the eye test. I do. You should too. Appreciate you coming through, family. Him and John Thornton do some great things. Check them out. Nah, they called a touchdown on that. 1 cheek. Kyle Pitts scored all our touchdowns outside of 1. That was Bajan run to the outside on the left-hand side. What up, King Richie? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I see your family. Sounding for you. Y'all also, make sure y'all check out King Richie on his podcast also. All right, King Richie says.
King Ricky Ean says. Wash got Dixon Way man Larry, I definitely see it's the scheme now. Zach Robinson don't know how to game plan for all them superstars. LOL, just one at a time. LOLLMAO.
Yeah, I mean, it overcomes them. I feel like that last drive was all Kirk Cousins for the most part doing a no huddle. That's what Kirk is good at.
Brian for Life says. I think Mooney is gone after the season. I know Kirk underthrown some passes to him, but he looks defeated on the field.
Yeah, he does. He does. There's no chemistry right there. It seems like it's off and on. Darnell Mooney is letting him not getting any balls or any consistent balls his way affect him. If you guys look on the run play for Bijan, who scored a touchdown, he was a lead blocker in the end zone. He blocked it, but he really didn't celebrate it. He just like, and walked off the field. Maybe I saw the wrong angle, whatever. Maybe he did come over there, join in, but it looked like he was heading for the sideline when he turned after he gave the block. So maybe I missed it. If I did, I apologize. Exactly, man. One cheat equals 2 feet. I don't know why the Tampa Bay fans don't know that. And you can't wait to watch when the butt compresses. The butt's going to touch before it compresses. You know what I'm saying? Not to get the butt physics, but I'm just saying. Tampa Bay fans don't worry about it. Like, look, when his butt goes scrunched down, the elbow's out of bounds. I was like, yeah, but you think your butt didn't hit the ground before it scrunched up? Silly. Come on, man.
Brian for Life says, an OC should make plays on the ability of the offensive player. He focusing on Bijan and London. We lucky Bijan has the ability to make defenders miss, otherwise 3rd and long would he for and punt.
Oh my goodness, man. Brian, what a great comment. It's been so many times that teams know what we were going to do. They sniff it out, and Bijan literally make a wide open man miss. Make 2 of them miss. It's like that wasn't a good play design, dude. It's just Bijan being Bijan. Like literally. So many plays that Tampa Bay sniffed it out, but couldn't tackle one-on-one because Bijan is just like Saquon said, his jump start and his hop jump cuts is the best in the league. It's the best since LT, most likely. That's not hyperbole either. That's the truth. He got the best jump cuts since LT. But Damian Thomas, if y'all not follow me. You think Kirk doesn't trust most of the receivers on this team? Of course. I mean, he going to David Steele, the guy he's been basically going to majority of the season in practice. That's why the dude's starting. You said Kirk always throw bad passes. No quarterback throws perfectly. No quarterback throws perfectly, guys.
Winston Thornton 1755 says, shout out to Kabi for not backing down and staying in the moment. Buddy got that dog in him and he knows how to self-correct.
Yeah. They say slow down like a turtle. I mean, he's old. He's going to be slow like a turtle. It is what it is. He got the ball out of his hand fast enough, though. That's all that matters. Douglas, what's up, fam? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. He did celebrate like we won a Super Bowl. But basically he basically was yelling at the ref saying, call that. He didn't say you like that. I know a lot of Falcon fans thought he was saying you like that. He really said call that. Call that. Because how many penalties we had. When he go back and look at the film, he gonna be like, okay, every last one of those penalties were legit. We played very undisciplined football. And that's a reflection on me. Oh no, of course he wouldn't say that. What am I talking about? No. He has said that. I'll look at me first. He has said that. We got to find a way. We got a mini bye week right now, so that's good, guys. I know Carolina is happy that we won. Yeah, it really is ATL enthusiast. I mean, he was getting cooked, but I mean, when the kid's not really running with the ones the entire season and thrown into the fire, it's kind of like a Shador situation on defense, though. You're thrown out there, you don't have any game plan or anything like that. You kind of do, but still, it's your first time going out there and you got to face a Hall of Famer. I mean, if I'm Tampa Bay, I'm attacking him too. But the kid didn't back down. And once he had that one big hit on Mike Evans, he was rendered useless after that. So no matter how he got cooked, he laid out the hit that ultimately didn't have him going deep anymore. That ultimately allowed D. Alford to undercut that. Boy, D. Alford got some sky on that, didn't he? I mean, he got up there like he was trying to dunk and grab that ball with two hands. Come here. Interception, cookies. So, yeah, Baker Mayfield will give it to you if you just got to bait him into it. And the funny thing is, D. Alford left his man who was on the inside slot to undercut that interception because they knew they was going to go at the rookie who slipped. It was going to be a first down. Kobe Bryant slipped on that play, was on his knees. If you go back and look at it, he was getting off his knees when D. Alford made that interception. So shout out to D. Alford, man, taking the risk in doing that. Because if Baker would have pump faked to him, hit his man down the seam, he was gone. It might have been a touchdown. That's how butt naked he was, running down the center of the field. But hey, whatever. He won the game. He made the play. That's all that mattered. That was the right time to jump it in late in the fourth quarter when you know they're going to try to go to Mike Johnson to ice the game. I mean, Mike Evans to ice the game. So great play by D. Alford. Great play. You miss Penix. We'll see him next year sometime. Don't know when he's going to be healthy, man. I mean, for me, I don't expect him before December, to be honest. Which leads me to my next questions for the chat. Brian, hold up. What did you say, Brian?
Brian for Life says, how is it having a rookie with 8 sacks with 3 games left 2026 first rounder is worth it?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
JPJ will be going forward.
Yeah, I said that earlier, Brian. Yeah, for all those people worried about who the Rams gonna pick, I don't care, man. JPJ got more sacks than the defensive rookie of the year last year in Jared Verse, who I wanted to draft, by the way. I wanted Jared Verse. Jared Verse had 6 sacks last year, and he won defensive rookie of the year for the NFC. We got the top 3 guys on our team, guys. JPJ, Jalen Walker, and Xavier Watts. We got the top 3 guys for defensive rookie of the year in the National League. I mean, in the NFC. I don't think Michael Penix going to be back in October. It'll be a miracle. Personally, I don't think so. Surprised me. But here's my next line of questioning, guys. Do you think this game could have possibly saved Raheem's job? No problem, Brian. No problem. No problem. When I was just giving out, game balls, and man, Raheem gave out a lot of game balls. He was like, "Give me another ball. Give me another ball." And you know why he gave out so many balls, game balls? Cause them guys might have saved his job. He was like, "You get a game ball, and you get a game ball, and you get a game ball." That man was happy. That man was happy. Am I lying? Am I lying? That excitement after the game, screaming in the camera, call that, call that. As my beautiful wife so eloquently put on our thumbnail. And all the game balls he gave out in the post-game locker room speech. Yeah, that was a breathe in, breathe out, because he saw Arthur Blank with this suit right here. Hold up, where is it? We had people at the game saying that Arthur Blank had this suit on right here. Or some facsimile of that suit on. Some color coordination of that suit on at the game. Everybody in Falcon Nation know what that color combination means for Arthur Blank and coaches or GMs or likelihood of both. So yeah, shout out to the team saving their coach job, maybe. I don't know. But I want to talk about that with you guys. If you guys think that this game saved Raheem's job, no. Y'all heard the beautiful Shonda. She voting. If you say no, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it did, put a 2 in the chat. If it didn't, put a 2 in the chat. If it did, put a 1 in the chat. Either way. Did it save his job? No, Shonda said no, so that's the 1. I'm sorry. Shonda said no, so that's the 1. 2 is save it.
His coaching record is one of the worst records for a coach in the NFL.
History.
Yes, in history.
Y'all heard that nugget?
That's not going to save his job.
Shonda just said Raheem Morris has one of the worst records for a head coach in NFL history, winning percentage, or lack thereof. So it should be a 1 for no. It should not save his job. Morgatron Prime said 1, still fire Raheem Morris. All right, let's. Sorry I didn't put on the robot. I got 1, 2, and a whole bunch of 1s. No, my bad. I confused Monte Carlo. He said 1. He meant 1. 1, I still want Raheem fired. Brian A said, amen to that. To Shonda, he was like, Morris is a DC, not a HC, not a head coach material. The reason why I'm going to disagree with you guys about it being a 1 instead of a 2 is that usually, like I always say, usually Mr. Blank has a come to Jesus moment with the fans interview first. Before he fires anyone, he'll have an interview about the state of the Falcons from his mouth. That has not happened yet. If we hear that on 680 or 92.9 The Game or The Athletic anytime soon, we got 3 more games before the end of the season. If we hear that interview saying, hey, I've heard the fans and I hear your concerns and we want the best interest, you know what's the best interest for the team and for the fandom. We ain't heard that interview yet. So leads me to believe that it's still up in the air. Not saying that he's safe, but I don't think it's in stone that he's fired. I don't think it's locked in stone that Raheem is fired. I think if Raheem goes 2-1 in the last few games, and if we like barely lose to the Rams, but we blow doors in our other last 2 games, especially we blow out the Saints at home, and he give that passionate speech, and then he give a game ball to Arthur Blank for believing in him, Arthur gonna fall for it. Arthur gonna fall for it. And it's not falling for it from Raheem. I feel like Mr. Blank has some kind of guilt he's carrying about firing Arthur Smith and not letting him go further. So he may feel like I'm going to at least give Raheem Morris 3 years like I gave Arthur Smith. Even though the fan base may not think that he's earned that 3rd season, I'm going to give him the same respect that I gave Arthur Smith, who I thought of highly, as he thinks highly of Raheem Morris, guys. He does. And so that's why I feel like that, guys. It's based on performance, and yeah, he up out of here, it don't matter. But if it didn't matter, it shouldn't have mattered if he won that game or not. He should have been gone. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, it's not set in stone he's gone like some people think he is. Yeah, I saw that 680 The Fan was telling people to go default on their PSLs and their season tickets. That's the only way Arthur Blank is going to listen, is when money gets taken out of his pocket. Well, I'm not telling nobody to go get in debt. I'm not going to suggest that. Time's too tough these days. But yeah, it's a tough situation, man. I know one thing, people aren't just going to pay for a mediocre product. They're not going to pay for a mediocre product. Morgatron Prime say, I hate that about Arthur Blank because he'll probably do that. Monte Carlo, the sponsors don't care as long as the people come in and buy their products and they get their stuff seen by as many eyes as they can. The sponsors ain't worried about that. Only time a sponsor worry about that when they're a fan. And when you have corporate sponsors, that's not normally the case. John Kemp, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Raheem will be back. Hold on, I gotta highlight that, so let you say it.
Brian for Life says,
no, they ain't.
Surely Blank cares about his wallet and fans feel for them than giving people chances.
Hold on. Let me highlight. Let me highlight John Kemp.
John Kemp
Let him say
1948
it.
says, Raheem will be back next year because they will have to figure out QB issue going forward. Now if the is still losing next year, everybody will be gone including Terry Fontenot.
Okay. Fair. I think that's kind of how it's leaning towards, to be honest.
Winston Thornton 1755 says, when you look at the total scope of the landscape, you have the talent here, you've had key injuries throughout the year and now we are finally seeing Zach's offense. They'll both will be back.
Winston, I don't think that was Zach at the end of the game. That's a 2-minute process. That is Kirk Cousins going up to the line, calling the plays himself, getting it out. Go, go, go. You think that was Zach at the end of the game or Kirk? Who thinks that was Zach at the end of the game? Who thinks that was all Kirk? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it was Kirk. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it was Zach. Who y'all think orchestrated that at the end of the game?
Brian for Life says, Zach will be gone. He is too predictable. That was Kirk veteran ways. Brian for Life says, 1.
Okay, that's 1-1.
Atlanthusiast says, 1. Morgan Tron Prime says, 1 Kirko Chains did that. John Kemp 1948 says, 1.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel too, man, that maybe he has an input like, hey, don't forget this. Hey, we got this much time, tell him how much time on the clock. Make sure you clock it. Things like that, you know what I'm saying? Quick hitters.
Jaylanta 81 says, 1. Winston Thornton 1755 says, that's Zach, he sent 3 plays in. You literally saw Kirk holding his helmet ear hole to hear the play coming in.
Yep, you can send 3 plays in,
says,
but which one?
It's almost Hawks game time.
And then
82 Monte
they're
Carlo
audible
28
to it.
says, both because they was going back and forth.
They were going back and forth, but it's still, you send 3 plays in, and he can audible and change up anything at the line. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Just saying. Just saying. You're not about to do that. But yeah, all right, guys, so let's say this. Say that we win out the rest of the games. By some miracle, we win out the rest of our games. Everybody's retained. Zach is retained. Raheem's retained. Jeff is retained, unless somebody come for him to be a head coach. Because what a job he's done with this Atlanta defense. We get rid of our special teams coach. Are you bringing Kirk Cousins back on his contract? Are you bringing Kirk Cousins back? Are you trying to find another quarterback? And are you punting on next season? Even though you got a lot of people with contracts coming up, like Drake. Then the next year, Bijan. Then the next year after that, Penix if you keep him. Or are you drafting the quarterback in the second round to have competition with Michael Penix? Are you keeping Kirk, 1, or are you drafting a quarterback, 2? Or number 3, are you just going to go ahead and get a journeyman? So 1, 2, 3. You're keeping Kirk, you're drafting a quarterback, or you're getting a journeyman.
Breads K3K says 3.
Kirk Cousins never taken less money in his life, Winston. That's why he's gotten the most money in NFL history. Per
Brian
contract.
For Life says, no Kirk. That is $50 mil due him. No cap space for free agency and draft picks. 3 equals journeyman.
Yep, 3 equals journeyman.
Enthusiast says, draft a QB.
Okay.
Enthusiast says, cut Kirk, draft a QB.
Yeah, I cannot pay him 50 stacks, man. I can't pay him $50 million again. Can't do it. Now, for continuity, they may say, look, when Kirk is healthy, look at the numbers he's had. And when you look at it like that, there's an argument to keep him. But again, if you want to fix this team's deficiencies, you need Kirk Cousins' money. And unfortunately, you need Kyle Pitts' money too. And Tyler Algier. Yeah, you can't.
Morgan Tron Prime says, draft who? Cut Kirk, sign a free agent QB.
Yeah, Morgan Tron Prime. I'm on the point sign a free agent quarterback, to be honest. Or go out and trade for one. Go get Matt Jones. Go trade for Matt Jones. Go give up a 5th round pick for Mac Jones. Give up a 5th round pick for Mac Jones. Let her come in here and get a good competition going.
Draft Diego Pavia in the 3rd round.
No.
Winston Thornton 1755
That's
says,
Ritter.
Kirk is going to take less money this year. Where he going to go and start? He's too old for a cold weather outdoor team. Kirk 2-year $50 mil, 35 guaranteed in the first year with total guaranteed at 35. Jaylanta 81
Winston,
says,
he's never taken a pay cut in his
Arthur
history.
Has any idea at all right now what he wants to do. I really think he's gonna come up with a decision by the last week of the season. Brian For Life says,
look, Winston, Kirk Cousins has never taken a pay cut, ever. Kirk Cousins got the best agent in all of football. And his agent only handles Kirk Cousins, no other clients. Kirk Cousins has the best deals ever. No trade clause, fully guaranteed. And the way this team jerked him around, you think they're going to give him, you think he's going to give them a discount? No. The way Kirk Cousins said he was blindsided, you think Kirk Cousins, out of the goodness of his heart, is going to say, I'm going to work out a deal with the Atlanta Falcons when they still got Michael Penix here, who can take his job at any second? No. He's not going to do that. He's going to chunk the deuces and take the 20, that whatever, like 10 or whatever that's guaranteed to him, and he going to go and sign with somebody else. Because we can save over $30 million or 20-something million by cutting him. We still eat $10 million on the cap, but it's not the full $50 million. So, yeah, Kirk Cousins ain't about no charity, bro. Maybe towards for tots, but he ain't gonna do that for us. When he's saying he felt blindsided, he didn't think he could lose his job off of injury. He ain't being professional now, but Kirk Cousins ain't about giving up no money, man. That just ain't gonna happen. For real, Morgatron Prime, he don't give up no money. He do not give up money, bro. That is not in Kirk Cousins' DNA, especially how everything unfolded. Why would he give us a deal? Cut him and bring him back. He ain't coming back. Not to this situation. Why would he? He feel like he can start. That's where he's gonna go. He'll go to Indianapolis. Indianapolis got a quarterback that's old as heck. So I got two young quarterbacks coming off of injuries, one Achilles and one knee. Who got the better team? Indianapolis. Who didn't jerk me around? Indianapolis. Or better yet, I can go back to Minnesota. I know the coach. I know all the players. He go back to Minnesota. JJ McCarthy trash. I can easily win that job. And he hurt again, and he trash. I think they want me back. Why would he give Atlanta a deal? Not at all. He wouldn't give us a deal at all. He'd be chunking the deuces and putting that flannel shirt back on. No more Kirko chains. He said you'll be happy with Stetson Bennett. Daniel Jones got an Achilles injury, just like him. We don't know if he's going to come back strong. He could definitely go to Minnesota. He can go to Minnesota and start right now. J.J. McCarthy, trash. Certifiable. King, trash. So, yeah, he definitely go there. Go back to Minnesota. They know how he play. He know how they play. He know the playbook, the coaches, all the personnel. He go right back to Minnesota. Easy. But, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Thank all you guys for coming through. We got the Hawks at 7 o'clock. We got the Hawks in Detroit. Hawks versus Detroit. Of course, Kristaps Porzingis is not playing. We need to trade this dude, man. Kristaps Porzingis played 20 minutes, had 26 points, but didn't play again after not playing for like a week and a half. He played one game, 20 minutes. 5 games, basically a 5-game break. Still not going to play. Man, trade this dude. Man, I'm a proponent for getting him, man. He can't play, man. He can't play. I didn't know about his condition. So, but the Hawks did and still got him. So, yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. But good win by the Falcons. And they got a mini bye week, I guess. Yeah. We had these Falcons and one of the Bulldog game gonna slide up in there too. The playoffs should be started soon. We got to get those. Well, that's on the first. We're not doing those other playoff games. We're just gonna start with Georgia as they march on to the Natty. So 3 out of 4 years we'll get a Natty. I'm good with that. 3 out of 5 years, excuse me. I'm good with that. But yeah, man, thank all you guys for coming through. You guys were absolutely awesome. Again, I don't think anything's etched in stone about Raheem Morris being fired. I feel like if we win 2 out of the last 3 games, if we sweep the last games, I think his job is safe if we, unfortunately. I'm sorry, babe. I think his job is safe if we sweep these games. Because if you were waiting this long and we already eliminated from playoffs, that's my thing. Like, once we lost to Seattle, if you were going to fire him, you should have just did it because you're not in playoff contention. And if you're going to change coaches, you need to have a huge coaching search. And really, you need to have a Rich McKay search, a Falcon CEO, you know what I'm saying, search. But that's a story for another day. We're not going to have but doing a rebuild. If we rebuild again, this your last rebuild before we get on that championship route. And we got pieces to already build a quick rebuild, but it got to be done right. So either way, man, thank all you guys for coming through. Hopefully you guys come back for the Hawks versus Detroit Pistons. We only got 10 people, listed to play on the team, so this is gonna be fun. Against one of the better teams in the East, the best team in the East right now. So, all right, go Hawks. We'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. Peace up. A-Town down. No, really it's about it's 24 minutes, yeah. So peace up, A-Town down, deuces. Yeah, I heard Trae Young might be back next week. Wait, you got to reevaluate it next week. Reevaluate it, ATL. That don't mean he's back. It's just reevaluation. But we can talk about that more during the Hawk stream. Peace.